Hello, I'm Derek McLeod, and this is yet another presentation for your electrical apprenticeship journey. This is about off-the-job training. Okay, what is it, and how are we going to record it? Well, if you're at Hertford Regional College, we're using Smart Assessor. So, simple answer is that's where you're going to record it. Let's look first at what is it. Okay, so I've copied and pasted what it is and what it covers on this slide. So read it and understand. Just some things I'll mention here. Okay, it doesn't include things like your revision that take place possibly in the evening or at weekends. It's any learning that takes place, whether that's in the college classroom or workshop environment or in the workplace. Quite simply, if someone's shown you how to do something because you haven't done it before, okay, or you've got a training need, that's training. The second that you're left alone to do it, that's you doing your job. So don't record you doing your job, okay? It's about the training. And as it says, it's about you achieving the knowledge, skills and behaviours, okay, that you need to complete your apprenticeship. Importantly, most of this, if you think about an apprentice at level 3 electrician on a 4-year journey, it's going to be front loaded. There's going to be an awful lot of training that takes place in years 1 to 3. By year 4, okay, you're actually probably passed all of your projects and exams and practical activities in college. You don't attend college in the last year, okay, most likely. And your employer's probably done an awful lot of the training in the early days. So this is why we really want to see this completed in the early years of your apprenticeship. Okay, so a little flow chart, yeah, to help you if you're asking the question, well, is this off the job training or is it not off the job training? Okay, just look at this flow chart. Okay, and if you answer no, it says this isn't off the job training. Okay, but I thought we'd put this up there. This would be quite useful. Okay, another slide. So what you can record as off the job training, just a little list here to give you examples. It's got to take place again in your normal working hours. So not your revision in the evenings or weekends, okay, for example. With regards to location, there's no specific rules. It can take place anywhere, really, as long as it's in your normal working hours. If you think about us as electricians, we're working around various locations. So that reflects the role that you actually do. What's important, record little and often, ideally daily or weekly. Okay, you've got to show continual learning. You must not end load this. Okay, this will become quite a big challenge if you try and end load this. You'll have to try and remember, what day did you go to college? Okay, what did you do in year 1? We're on a 3 or 4 year journey, and you're going to try and remember what learning took place in year 1. That's not the way we do it. You stay on top of this, you record this frequently. I expect a minimum of 10 hours of off-the-job training recorded. And that should reflect what's happening, isn't it, as apprentices. You are learning an awful lot at the beginning of your apprenticeship journey. So, a reminder of how you're going to record it. So I've put, there's a few steps in this process. You can go onto your Smart Assessor. You will need to go onto your Smart Assessor. So I've clicked on the Overview tab, but quite honestly, you can be in any one of those lower tabs, Overview or your Level 3 Qualifications tab. But along the top, you'll see, okay, you've got the time log. So step 1, okay, step 2, click into the time log and it will take you on to the next bit. Okay, so you've clicked into time log and it's taking you through onto step 3. So you're going to add a new time log entry. Okay, and you're going to select the course. Okay, this is a JTL. I grabbed this screen from a JTL. So the course is going to be your level 3 5357, okay, and you're going to add, as I say, new time log entry, okay. So make sure you're in the right course, click add new time log entry, okay, where the arrow shows here, and that's going to take you on to the next bit. Okay, now step 4, we're going to complete the activity job. So choose the date, select the activity type. This is not a great example on this screen, but generally in the workplace, shadowing or mentoring. Okay, when someone's showing you how to do something, that's what it is. At college, you'll have the option to select the tutor or guided learning in college. Okay, step 3, select the course. At Hertford Regional, you're on a 5357 level 3 course, so select the course and the unit. So for example, if you're installing, well, installation is 109, isn't it? Connecting is 108, and so on. Okay, select your assessor. You'll know your assessor or your tutor. Put down one of those names. Was it on the job? Okay, we're recording off the job hours here. Don't get confused. Of course, you're on the job, aren't you? It is a confusing term, isn't it? On the job, off the job. When you think, well, I'm always, if it's not at college, I'm always on the job, isn't it? Off the job just means you're not actually doing the task in hand. You're actually training. You've been shown how to do something, okay? You've been set up to simulate training, okay? Off the job. You're recording off the job hours. Make sure that option 6, okay, says off the job. Otherwise, you've just entered something that won't count towards your total. Okay, and step 7, add the amount of time. Okay, so I'll clarify. When you're at college, we don't expect to see that more than 6 hours. Okay, 3 hours in the morning, that's split up. Okay, before your break, after your break, up to lunchtime, and then 3 hours in the afternoon. 6 hours maximum. Don't know about your tea breaks and your lunch breaks and how long it takes to travel in to college and get home from college. That's not your learning that's taken place. 6 hours. In the workplace, okay, again, the time spent, well, that can vary. If you're taking the opportunity to record the short chats where an experienced colleague is showing you how to do something or telling you how to do something, could be 30 minutes, could be an hour, okay, you could be multiple times that you're shown how to do something, and we'd expect to see that early on, wouldn't we? Okay, when you come to doing inspecting and testing, you might spend days shadowing an experienced tester, so we'd expect to see lots of hours multiple times, okay, for an activity like that. Likewise, at the very start of your apprenticeship, the most simplest of tasks, well, you'll need to be shown how to do that, taught how to do that, okay? But the second that the shadowing and mentoring and instruction has stopped and you're left to do your job, that's doing your job. So we want to know about the training. We don't really want to know about you just doing your job, okay? Step 8. This must be filled in, importantly, can't be left blank. Okay, so just a short comment, 1 sentence, 2 sentences of what it is you actually done. In college, perhaps you can remember the module, health and safety, science and principles. Okay, was you in the workshop doing a practical activity? That's all we need to read there, but it must not be blank. And importantly, at the end, step 10, click the add activity. If you don't do this bit, all the last bits that you've done, step 1 to 9 will be lost. You haven't saved your work. So don't do that. That's it. That's off the job hours. That's what it is. Okay, that's how to record it. And importantly, I'll say again, do this frequently. Get this done in years 1 to 3 of your apprenticeship. It's really important. Okay, that's where the majority of learning takes place, because in year 4 you're pretty much, okay, down that pathway to your endpoint assessment. There's not much learning that takes place. You're learning to prepare for your endpoint, but this is a real front-loaded activity. Get it done early. Do not end-load it. And I'll say that, and I'll leave that as the last comment. Okay? And yeah, good luck getting your off-the-job training done.